So should we be actually concerned with a potential attack here in the United States? That's what I discussed yesterday. Today, I want to discuss that a little bit more because I got a lot of questions. A lot of people are asking, is this something that is a high possibility? Well, let's break that down in today's video. All I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily videos. And now let's begin. So here's where things are at right now. The United States continues to allow thousands upon thousands of illegal immigrants into the United States. The biggest concern, though, is we have no clue where these people are coming from, where they're going, or what their intentions are. Yesterday, I addressed that one of the problems, and I stated that Chinese nationals are the biggest group that's entering into the United States at this time, biggest single group from a specific country. Here's the issue. There's a lot of people that are coming into the United States for work. That's their one thing, for work. But the problem is they're coming in for work and then they're expecting to send money back to their families in Venezuela and Colombia and Mexico and China and Turkey. And then when they have enough money, they will come over. Well, here's the thing. Those people are getting mixed into the group of military age men who are coming over and are single, coming over, no family, no wife, nobody that they're coming over with. They're just coming. Well, here's the reason why FBI is and Homeland Security are extremely concerned. They're concerned because as of right now, that is the number one threat. The number one threat is we are seeing so many people come into the United States, have no clue what they're doing, and we don't know what to expect from them. But what happens when they decide to attack, or if they do? Well, here's the thing, and here's a few different attack scenarios based off of what many think tanks are putting out there. Number one, be a cyber attack. That has the highest probability of happening is a cyber attack against the United States and our infrastructure, our roads, all transportation, electrical grids, water treatment facilities, right? Things like that. Internet providers. The next attack is a physical attack. And these physical attacks could happen. They would most likely happen. It would be a pretty much a lone attack, just a lone wolf, pretty much, out there doing something just by themselves. That's the next highest probability, okay? Now, the one that's very concerning, though, and this is, according to some, they call this an attack, is people are attacking our livelihoods. They're attacking the cost of living in certain cities. For instance, Chinese nationals that are coming over, where do you think they're going to go? Where do you think they're going to feel most at home? Well, Chinese communities. Well, that's an attack on those communities. Not a physical attack, not a cyber attack. They are now attacking their cost of living. It's going to go up. It's going to be more expensive for food, more expensive for housing, right? It's all going to be more expensive. The other one is attack, again, on our livelihood. They're going to attack your jobs. They're going to come over and they're going to take your jobs. Why? Because they can. Because if we are coming out there and we say, oh, well, I need to get paid $15 or $20 per hour, but yet the guy from China who just came into the United States and is dying to work, and he says, you know what? I'll get paid $10 an hour, and I'll get paid $10 an hour under the table. Do you think he's going to get more hours than you? Most likely. And that's part of the problem. That's one of the concerns right now, is that could actually happen. Okay? Now, here's what I can tell you right now. The Biden administration is not doing enough and can't do enough to actually secure the U.S. southern border. Not only is the U.S. southern border turning into a problem, we're also seeing the northern border between the U.S. and Canada. That's turning into an issue as well. The reason for this is because the U.S. southern border is getting so difficult to cross into, people are deciding to go to Canada, especially if they're coming into the United States and want to go north anyway. Why would they enter into Texas and make it difficult for themselves when they could have the same problems and same situation up at the northern border? So people are coming in from all sides at this point. Now, let's talk about another attack. And this is an attack based on a state. And what I think this is very interesting. This was brought to my attention just the other day, but somebody said, is California going to eliminate some of our benefits? Well, the answer is potentially yes. And I want to just share this with you as well, because I think this is interesting. When we saw those Lahaina fires, over this past year, people from the city or from that state, they got a $700 check. Wildfire victims got a $700 check. Well, here's the thing, and that was a one-time check. You know how much illegal immigrants are getting in the United States at this point? Some of them are getting upwards of $1,000 per month. $1,000 per month to come into the United States illegally. And now they're getting free shelter, they're getting free food, and some of which are amounting to more than $1,000 per month in benefits. Let that sink in for a second. So these people are asking, are we going to lose our benefits? And the answer is possibly, because the state of California, the state of Arizona, right, the state of Oregon and Washington and Colorado, New York, Illinois, right, all these states. The concern is, how do we pay for this stuff? Are we going to increase taxes? Possibly. Are we going to lose funding to our local police stations? Yeah, we're already seeing it. Potentially lose funding to a library. Yes. I've already seen parks close down because they do not have the funding to fix the park, to renovate it. And instead, they're going to close the park down and they're going to sell off that piece of land. Think about that for a second. So all these parks that we've been paying taxes on to keep and to make it more like a community could potentially lose them. Now, the last thing I want to tell you, these attacks against the United States and the American people, they do not have to be a physical attack. They don't have to be an attack on infrastructure. They don't have to be an attack on your livelihood. It can be a personal attack where now we are seeing people coming in from Venezuela who could potentially be a resident of the United States, right? They could be a Venezuelan national. They're coming in and people are looking at them different. And I bring this up because I've been spending some time on Reddit, on Facebook. There's a lot of hate there. And it's not just people from Venezuela, so don't get me wrong there. It's people from many countries. If you're not from the United States and you look a little bit different, people are going to question, should you be here? And then it turns into more of a personal attack. Okay? So, I want to leave you with that. But just understand, these attacks against the United States or against the people of the U.S., citizens, these are probable. In some ways, there's a higher possibility than in others. But I'll leave you with that. Just wanted to fill you in kind of what's happening at this time. Make sure you watch the next video because I want to share what's happening. Because again, a lot of stuff is going on at the moment and a lot is not being covered on mainstream media. So that's what we got for you guys today. As always, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing and I'll see you guys on the next one.